As the clock strikes 7, the vibes are alive. Inner circles here, where voices thrive. Turn on your screens, let the magic unfold. Listening and healing as stories are told. Come on, come on, this is your time. No topics too tough, just heed the call. From mental health woes to justice we seek. Together we rise for the strong and the meek. A safe space for all, let's lift every voice. Inner Circle podcast where hearts unite. Sharing our truths, bringing hope to the light. Community strong, we're never alone. Together as one, we've created a home. With laughter and love, we break down the walls. No topics too tough, just heed the call. From mental health woes to justice we seek. Together we rise for the strong and the meek. A safe space for all, let's lift every voice. So join the conversation, let's set the tone. Inner Circle podcast where love is well known.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Business Wednesday on the Inner Circle podcast. Tonight, we are diving into an inspiring conversation titled Business Building Economic Future, a conversation with CAPI. Joining us is Patricia Aguilar. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Economic Empowerment Director at CAPI USA, an organization that's been empowering immigrants and refugees for over 4 decades. We'll explore CAPI powerful journey, its community impact, and how it's navigating today's challenging funding landscape. So, Patricia, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. Pleasure to be here sharing with you about CAPI and all the amazing programs we have open for the community.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And folks, you can participate if you have a question for Patricia. You can put a comment in the chat or call down our number 952-594-5154. And also, please follow us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, LinkedIn, X, Twitter, and Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast from. So, again, building economic future, the conversation with CAPI. And so, Patricia, can we start by telling us a little bit about yourself and about CAPI for those who don't know, who haven't heard about CAPI, what is CAPI, and your role at CAPI?
Yeah, well, about me, I'm an immigrant from Venezuela. I've been living in the US for the past 7 years. And my background from back home is on the banking industry. So when I came here, I came with no English, no knowledge of the system and how to navigate it. So I enrolled in adult education English classes through the local school district.
Sure.
And through them, I learned English like good enough to start applying for jobs.
Okay.
And it took me 2 years between the language, between understanding how to apply for a job, how to show for an interview. So it was really, really hard to get in. And in that process, I learned about CAPI.
Okay.
So CAPI is a nonprofit organization that opened in 1982.
Wow. Okay.
And focuses on immigrants and refugees and helping them towards financial freedom, employment, but also civic engagement and like more pressing needs like access to food.
Okay.
So I applied with CAPI and I realized that if I have learned about CAPI before, it wouldn't have taken that long for me to get a job.
Okay.
Just because part of the services that we offer is to help people to build their resumes.
Okay.
And how to adapt their resumes based on the specific job and industry they are applying. But also how to use their skills and their transferable skills from one role to the other. I have no clue that that was possible.
Okay.
or how to show up for an interview, and how to sell yourself and your skills and your knowledge, and um, look professional
Yeah.
in the American style workforce.
Yeah.
So CAPI, that's part of what we do. So we have a career pathways department. I oversee that, um, and we train people. It can be immigrants, it can be someone that was born here.
Mm.
Doesn't matter if you want to start a career, or if you have any sort of credential from back home and you want to validate that credential here and restart your career here, we
Mm-hmm.
can help with that. So
Mm.
basically, it's vocational training,
Okay.
and then most important piece, job placement. Help
Wow.
you to build your resume, practice your interviews, get ready. But it doesn't end there. If you get the job, or once you get the job, then it starts the other piece. If you're an immigrant, most likely you don't know how to navigate a workforce place.
Mm-hmm.
So we help you and your employer with
Mm.
cultural competency. We help you navigate conflict. It's different from one culture to the other. What things are appropriate, what things are no so much. So we
Mm-hmm.
are part of that process too.
Okay.
Um, so it's a pretty holistic approach
Wow.
there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's good. That's good. Just regarding the company issues though, right, with the job placement, do you guys have like a relationship with like companies and stuff like that already built?
Yes. So we focus right now on the healthcare industry,
Okay.
property maintenance industry, and IT. So those are kind of the three areas where we have the strongest relationships. It doesn't mean that if you're interested in other things, we cannot help. We still can help. It's just those are the one where we have the strongest relationships.
Okay.
A lot of people think that healthcare is just being a nurse assistant or being a doctor. There's a ton of positions in between. So, for
Mm-hmm.
example, we have a medical office assistant training. So
Okay.
that with that certification, you can work on a dental office, a any kind of insurance agency. You can
Okay.
do billing, so you don't have to deal with patients at all.
Okay.
You can just be in an office setting. You can work on that remotely. So it's
Mm-hmm.
a variety of options. With property maintenance, the same. You get your certificate as property maintenance technician.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get a OSHA 10 certification.
Okay.
Depending on what you choose, you can get a boilers prep, or you can get a forklift certification. So you
Okay.
have options to choose what fits better on what you want to do. And
Mm.
once all those certifications are approved, you complete all your requirements with the training, then it starts our work on getting you on a job.
Mm. Okay. Is the training free, or I mean, that someone has to pay for the training? How is it? I mean,
The training is free for our participants.
oh, okay.
It's funded by the state of Minnesota through the
Mm.
Department of Employment and Economic Development deed. So
Okay.
you come to us, you will not pay anything. You'll have to be prepared to fill out a ton of paperwork,
Okay. Okay.
intake forms, and a lot of questions. It's just for us to get to know you better and understand better your situation. If you're
Mm.
renting or if you're owning, if
Mm.
you have kids, if your kids are in school age, or they are
Okay.
younger, if you need childcare, if you need transportation, because all these programs offer you support service dollars, which
Mm.
means that said your car broke and you cannot show for the training because your car broke. We can help with the car repairs. Or we
Mm.
can pay for that. So your
Okay.
car gets fixed and you have a reliable transportation to show up for the training and once you get a job. So that
Okay.
kind of help is there. It's 100% free to you as participants, free to the community. It doesn't matter where you live. If you're a Minnesota resident, that program is for you.
Okay.
the majority of our participants come from the 7 country
Okay.
metro area, just because, well, it's closer, it's easy
Yeah.
for them to get to us. But yeah, it's free. Most of the programs you get a laptop, so you
Mm.
can you can have your trainings there. You can have work on your resume, all your documents on a private setting, so you don't have to share that device with your kids or spouse or partner. It's for you. It's dedicated for you to learn
Mm-hmm.
and get a job.
Okay. Okay. Where is CAPI located? Where's your offices? Where do you guys have your office?
We have 2 offices. We have our headquarters that's in Brooklyn Center.
Okay.
Currently, that building is closed because we're going through a huge expansion. We
Okay.
are duplicating our square footing. So our new building is gonna be ready next fall of
Okay.
2026.
Okay.
And our second location, we are in South Minneapolis on East Lake Street.
Okay.
However, we have the this hybrid model where we can go to whatever place around the 7 country county metro area to meet with you.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have office hours at Minneapolis Adult Education, at Ocio Adult Education, and almost all libraries on Hennepin County. So
Mm-hmm.
this service, you don't need to come to our offices to get this service unless you want to go to the food shelf. And then we are located in Brooklyn Center, open Tuesday to Thursday.
Mm.
You can come and get food for your family once a month. We have a register system. You just have to enroll there. That paperwork is easy. It's just one sheet of information, very simple. And then you get registered on our food shelf, and you can come once a month and get food for your family.
And where's it? Is a food shop located in both of your offices, like the one in Brooklyn Center?
No, just in Brooklyn Center. Just in
Okay.
Brooklyn Center. Yeah.
Okay. And then for folks that don't know about you, about your service, right? How can they, if someone who just maybe coming here from um, Venezuela or I'm in Colombia, Liberia, Nigeria, and then oh yeah, it's like how can they learn about CAPI and how can they seek CAPI services?
Yeah. So we have a huge social media presence. So we have
Okay.
a Facebook,
Mm.
Facebook account, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, and I think I mentioned all of them.
Okay.
Uh, but beyond that, we go to as many community events as we can.
Okay.
So we partner, for example, with a school district. We partner on their open house. We go, we
Okay.
have a table, people can register. There is a thing, if the person is digital savvy,
Mm.
meaning they have a smart cell phone, they know about social media, they'll get to us really easy.
Okay.
If they're not, the word of mouth is how we get more people. And
Mm.
for those individuals that have low level of digital literacy, we have a computer lab and we have digital literacy workshops. So
Okay.
we teach them to navigate the internet in a safe way. There's a lot of online scams. Um, so we teach them about that, but we teach them also simple things like how to create an email, how to create a LinkedIn account and have their profiles, how to safely use social media and
Hmm.
use social media to look for jobs too.
Okay.
So we have that program. So it will say it will depend on the technology level of the person. It could be through social media or through our community events.
Okay. Man, you guys are doing a lot. So, what like the work you do, right? For CAPI, I mean, why does it resonate with you so deeply, right? Because you seems to be very passionate about the work, about the organization. Why does that work resonate with you so deeply?
Well, when I came here as elder, I knew nothing at all. Like,
Mm. Okay.
um, I was fleeing my country due to a huge social and political conflict,
Hmm.
and I ended up here.
Okay.
And the only thing that I knew about Minnesota specifically was it was cold, and the
Okay.
kind of cold and
Yeah.
friendly towards immigrants, and that was
Okay.
kind of it.
Okay.
And coming with my banking background, I thought that as soon as I learned English, having that profile, I'll be able to get a job in the banking industry.
Okay.
And long story short, I couldn't.
Mm.
It took me kind of year to accept, okay, I need to figure out something else. And
Mm.
in that process, I started volunteering with another nonprofit.
Okay.
They do free tax clinic.
Sure.
Uh, it's called Prepare and Prosper, and they're located in St. Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And through them, I learned about the nonprofit industry and
Okay.
how much help they can bring to the community.
Okay.
So it's like, well, the only thing that I know is finances, and
Mm.
finances is pretty much the same around
Mm-hmm.
the world. You
Mm-hmm.
need a budget, you need to have savings, you need to invest if you can, and the system allows you to do.
Yeah.
And my country financial system was kind of replica of the US financial system. It's like very
Got it.
similar.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
I hadn't a clue of how credit works here, and like the nuances of this country. Was like, I learned fast. I
Okay.
already have this background. I'll give it a try.
Okay.
So I applied, and I remember my first interview with CAPI. They were like, well, your resume, we think that maybe it's too much for us, and we don't know if we can pay you. You're going to get bored. I'm like, it doesn't matter. I just want an opportunity to start.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm going to be 5 years. I'm going to turn 5 years next month.
Mm.
5 years with CAPI. I start as financial coach. And I realized that with this job, I could achieve multiple goals. One
Mm.
of those is immigrants do learn the language.
Okay.
Immigrants are capable of adaptation
Mm.
without losing our culture, our accents, our
Yes.
colors.
Yeah.
Um, there is a ton of stereotypes around Hispanic females
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
over TV or music. So Hispanic females can do other things
Mm-hmm.
beyond the stereotypes about us.
Okay.
We're
Yeah.
more than a body. We're more than that sexy portrayal of Sofia Vergara.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have all that body. That's
Okay.
a
Okay.
lie. So I was like, okay, how can I use my talents? And there's when I learned about transferable skills and
Got it.
how all those skills that I have from my home country and my previous work will help me to build something here and being a role model for my son and for all those other immigrants that we serve every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be a lot of work, but it's worth it.
Okay.
And that hard work is gonna pay off eventually. So that's why I do this. And that's what keeps me motivated. This year has been particularly challenge for us as organization just because the whole things are happening
Yeah.
and the narratives around immigrants.
Yeah.
And I feel like those are the situations where we have to show our strength
Mm.
and our resiliency. It's like we are more than what they said, and we're
Yeah.
not that. For
Mm.
people that want to progress, people that want to be financially independent,
Mm-hmm.
people that just need an opportunity to
Mm-hmm.
start their lives or restart their lives. We were with a ton of US born individuals
Yeah.
that made a lot of financial mistakes because they never
Mm.
had access to that information. They
Yes,
didn't
sir.
knew from the beginning.
Yeah.
And then we are here helping them too. So it's not just for immigrants, it's for everyone.
Okay. Okay. That's good. Well, folks, tonight we are talking building economic features, a conversation with CAPI, and we have Patricia Aguilar Otex in the building with us, giving us some nice information about her and about CAPI, the good work CAPI is doing. With regards to the immigration stuff you mentioned, right? I mean, we live in a tough environment right now, right? It's negative stereotypes, negative, so much negativity towards immigrants. The narrative is all negative. How are you, as a new immigrant, basically to Minnesota, I mean, into the United States, and also how is CAPI navigating the current environment? You know, how are you guys navigating it?
Well, we're taking it one day at a time emotionally, trying to take care of ourselves, but also strategizing a lot to secure funding.
Okay.
All our programs are 100% free to our participants. No matter if you come to look for food, seek food, you come to get help to get a job, you come for a financial education workshop, we're not going to charge you anything at all.
Okay. Okay.
But to be able to do that, we have to fundraise.
Mm.
So fundraising has been a huge investment of time this year for us. We're focusing on diversify our funding sources so we can secure the sustainability of our current programs. So it's
Okay.
been a year of balancing taking care of ourselves and mental health, uh, and our mental health for us, senior leadership, staff, but also prioritize and strategize
Mm.
funding, stream funding to secure the sustainability of the programs. Like that's what keep us fighting the fight.
Mm.
Like we know that, I mean, CAPI serves an average 12,000 people per year across
Wow.
our programs.
Wow.
So we're
I,
not in a position where we can be weak or say, well, this is too much. No, we're fighters. We're gonna do what needs to get done, and gonna do it well to secure the sustainability of these programs.
yeah.
That's how we've been surviving this time. Like
Yeah.
we have our eyes on the goal, and the goal is keep being able to serve those 12,000 people every year.
Okay, okay. I mean, the other thing, right, is like a little bit personal here, right? But as a Venezuelan immigrant, right, there's special focus. I mean, there's so much negative thing about Venezuelan immigrants, about stuff that personally for someone from Venezuela, how do you feel about that? I mean, it's like, why do you think that is?
It's hard.
Okay.
The Venezuelan political crisis, it didn't start last year. It
Okay.
didn't start with this administration. It started 25 years ago.
Okay.
And it started very small and it grew to exponential levels that start impacting other countries,
Mm.
including the US. And I'm
Okay.
not going to minimize that. There
Mhm.
are 8 million of Venezuelans living out of Venezuela due to the crisis. And we're a
Yeah.
country of 30 million people.
Wow. Okay.
So that tells you a lot. And we don't have past history of immigration.
Okay.
We used to be a country receptor of immigrants, so we have a huge Spanish community, Portuguese community, French community, German community, Syrians.
Okay.
Uh, so people from all over the world used to move to Venezuela and start their lives there. So we
Mm.
used to have a pretty solid economy.
Okay.
Right now, there are so many of us out of Venezuela is trying to escape from the crisis,
Sure.
um, that you hear Venezuela, Venezuela, Venezuela on the news of the whole continent. And what we also have to be transparent is that when this huge immigration waves come, there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people that want to progress and thrive and
Yeah.
do things well,
Yeah.
and they abide to the laws. And there's also a few people that don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they make more noise than
Yeah.
us. We're too busy doing our work. We're too
Yeah.
busy helping the community and
Yeah.
trying to make impact. So we're not posting things. We're not making noise. We're not doing those things that unfortunately get um, a lot of coverage.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
so you will not see that there is a Venezuelan violinist on the California Orchestra who
Sure.
just won a prize as the first prize, $50,000 because she's the best violinist of I don't know how many. You're
Sure.
not gonna hear that it's the Venezuelan that just did that a month ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You'll
Yeah.
hear about the Venezuelan that maybe went to a Walmart and took something and
Mm.
didn't pay and something happened there. That's the
Yeah.
kind of news that get more coverage, unfortunately.
Yeah.
it's hard to be Venezuelan in these times, no
Yeah.
matter where you live.
Okay.
The
Okay.
thing specifically with us is like we don't have a country to go back.
Sure. Sure.
In
Yeah.
my case, I cannot go back to Venezuela because my husband is considered a traitor to the country
Okay. Okay.
by
Okay.
our government.
Sure. Sure.
So
Sure. Sure.
we cannot go back. So it's hard. I joke that 99.99 of my issues are for being Venezuelan.
Yeah.
And I love to be Venezuelan and I love our food and our culture, but the real culture, the real
Yeah.
us before this whole thing.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's not the version of Venezuela and Venezuelans that
Yes.
the world is having.
Sure.
Um, and yeah, it's very unfortunate.
Okay. 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 Well, thanks for sharing that. Um, as a economic empowerment director, right, what does a typical day look like for you, right? A typical day or typical week? What I mean, at CAPI, what does a typical day look like?
Well, I'll start with CAPI has 48 employees.
Okay.
I supervise 21 of
Wow.
those.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. Yeah.
So my unit has three different programs, career or three different departments. So
Mm-hmm.
career pathways, financial and homeownership services, and our benefit enrollment center. All those programs circle back to money, managing money, getting
Mm-hmm.
access to money, employment. So a typical day for me, it will be reviewing our grants
Mm-hmm.
applications. That's the first thing. I want to know who is giving us money and how much, so we
Okay.
can keep running these programs.
Sure.
Um, Meeting with my team, see how they are and how the programs are moving forward. And I like to meet with the staff too. So
Mm.
even though I'm not their direct supervisor, I always like to see how they are, how their families are, how they feel. This work has a huge emotional component.
Yeah.
We do coaching, a lot of coaching. So in some cases, we kind of become therapists in the sense that we know details of our participants' personal lives that
Mm.
sometimes it's like, okay, maybe we're oversharing here.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
So it's a lot of my time. It goes on that meeting with my staff, working on grants, and many times I'm out in the community or
Mm.
out looking for money with banks, foundations, uh, government officials. So
Mm.
it's that's kind of how my day goes.
Okay.
A lot of meetings, but basically I'm chasing money to keep these programs running,
Yeah.
and then being there present for my staff so they can be present for our participants.
Okay. Okay. That's good. In line with that, then, right, what keeps you motivated, right? Especially when, considering it's a very challenging job, as you said, it's very emotional, and also, like, you are chasing dollars day in, day out. What keeps you motivated?
The families that we served.
Oh.
Every month we do our report for the board, and
Mm-hmm.
our report is not numbers based. They can see that they run reports and they can see
Mm-hmm.
that. So we
Mm-hmm.
do three success stories every month.
Wow.
And the stories can be very simple, like someone got a savings account for the first time ever in their lives, and they
Wow.
are
Okay.
40.
Okay.
Or a single mom of five kids was able to purchase a 4-bedroom home, and they're moving next month, and we're helping them with getting all the furniture they need for free.
Mm-hmm.
Or things like another participant just completed their business plan and they registered their business with the state this morning. So it's
Wow.
that the
Mm.
stories, the people behind the stories.
Okay.
Um, I don't share with participants as much as I used to do.
Okay.
Right now, that my only interaction with them is mostly on graduation events. We
Mm-hmm.
do a in-house graduation for all our Career Pathways program. So if you
Okay.
take a training with us, you'll do a graduation where you're gone and the whole thing, and you get to share a short 2 minute speech with everyone and invite your family, and we take pictures, like very ceremonial for you.
Yeah.
That's kind of my interaction with them right now. uh, but in the past, seeing kids telling you thank you because for first time ever I have my own bed.
Wow. Okay.
Those are the stories that's the part of this work that makes me keep going. So when I have those days where everything that can go wrong goes wrong,
Mm-hmm.
I go back to those reports and I see the pictures and I see their stories, and it's like, this is the purpose why we do what we do.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, folks, tonight we are talking building economic features, a conversation with CAPI, and we have Patricia in the building with us, giving us a nice history about CAPI, about herself. And you can contribute to the conversation by putting a comment in the chat or calling our number 952-594-5154. Regarding the history of CAPI a little bit, when CAPI first started in 1982, it used to be Middle Southeast Asian refugees, right? And then now it is serving the broader immigrant community. From your years, from the years you have spent at CAPI, how has the organization evolved, right? Like your programs and your approach, going from Southeast Asian only and now the entire immigrant community.
Yeah, when we started, it was like food shelf and helping people to culturally adapt to the US. The word
Got it.
kind of the
Mm-hmm.
approach.
Mm-hmm.
And as the time passed, that community started needing other things. They start
Okay.
needing jobs, and but to get jobs, they start needing training here. We
Okay.
have some cases immigrants that they don't know how to write and read in their own languages, so we
Mm.
had to start with that. So we have been incorporating more services as the community had asked us based on their needs. So when
Mm-hmm.
I start um, in 2020, the financial service department was one person. And now we have three financial coaches, one business coach, and a
Mm-hmm.
manager.
Okay.
So they moved from just do financial literacy workshops to do first time home buyer education, to
Mm.
do financial literacy classes, to do one on one counseling, one on one coaching, and also coaching for businesses. So for
Wow.
new
Okay.
businesses, people that
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
start, just have the idea and
Mm-hmm.
they don't know how to start, they can take a training with us. It's a 10
Mm-hmm.
weeks training, and they at the end of the training, they will register their business with the state. They'll be ready to register their business, having a business plan and a marketing plan to launch
Mm-hmm.
their business. So
Mm-hmm.
that's something that we have been adding in this past years. In the career pathway side, uh, when I came to CAP in 2020, we only had or we used to focus mostly on the healthcare industry,
Mm.
and that was kind of our niche and our comfort zone. But we realized, and it was just CNA training,
Okay.
we
Okay.
realized how people needed more training if they want to advance in their careers. So
Mm-hmm.
we start
Mm-hmm.
offering phlebotomy for those CNA training participants to get more skills. So
Thank
right now we offer 5 different paths in the
you.
healthcare
Okay.
industry. We have our IT, we have our IT program with CompTIA, we have our property maintenance that also encompasses boilers license and forklift license. Well, that's a certification, and OSHA. So it's been growing on having more as the population have grown
Mm-hmm.
and we start to serving other immigrant communities. The preference has also changed.
Yeah.
So yeah, right now our plan is to keep evolving with our
Mm.
community. We start serving just um, refugees from the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
and that was the focus, that was the niche. But then we realized there's so much commonalities
Mm-hmm.
among immigrant communities
Yeah,
that it
yeah.
doesn't matter we speak different languages, it doesn't matter we came from different part of the world.
Mm-hmm.
uh, Once you come here, there's so many commonalities in
Yes. Yeah.
experience, that those commonalities and those differences enrich each other experience. If we
Mm-hmm.
share that experience, we try to learn from that experience. And
Yeah.
that's why we open the doors for everyone who needed, included US borns. It's not that we just focus on immigrants and that's it. It doesn't matter if you are US born. That's if you want the service is for you.
With the career pathways, right? And them sound very interesting. Obviously, you guys provide these trainings for free. People gain certification and licenses. What? How will you describe the demand? What's the demand like? Because that seems like a great service what you guys are doing there and providing them free. So, what's the demand like?
Well, in average, I will say among all the programs, 300, 400 people get
Okay.
interest in the service. One thing that we have to acknowledge is that these trainings can take 6 to 8 weeks.
Mm.
So sometimes the demand is high, but then in reality, the people is able to get enrolled and complete the training. It's not as much, and it's just because, I mean, when you are trying to survive
Yeah.
and your income is limited,
Mm.
and you don't have anyone else on who rely on,
Yeah.
it's hard for you to take 6 to 8 weeks out of work or taking less hours
Mm.
to complete the training. So that's one of the biggest challenge that we see. So the
Okay.
demand, I can tell you, it's high. In a year, around 500 people come asking for their services. I will say 300 to 400 actually get enrolled.
Mm.
And then so 75 to 80% of those participants will complete the training. What we're
Okay.
doing now is we're securing support service dollars, and we're having a hybrid schedule for classes. So for example, our property maintenance class that has nine night hours. Start at 5
Uh,
p.m. ends at 9 p.m.
okay.
And it's 3 days a week instead of the whole week.
Okay.
And you can take it from home and just come in one day in person. And if you need to bring your kids, you can bring your kids with you, and they have dinner on us. If you're doing one of the healthcare ones, they have a online portion that you can do on your own pace,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what time of the day. And then you have one day that is in person for practice. So we've been trying to make it accessible
Mm.
for everyone, because one of the biggest challenge is that these trainings take time, and the time that they are at the training they're not working.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Yeah.
cannot leave these families with income zero for 6 to 8 weeks, so we have
Mm-hmm.
to balance that out.
Okay. I mean, says CAPI was founded as being led by immigrants, and for decades now. Then what do you think immigrant leadership is at the heart of CAPI identity? And how does that influence like decision making at your organization?
Because we understand that being an immigrant is a journey, and it doesn't look like the same every day,
Mm.
and it's not a straight line either. It's a
Yeah.
lot of ups and downs, and there are days that you get homesick and you ask yourself, is this even worth it? And that's why being immigrants ourselves, we understand that emotional component of the process. That
Mm.
is not just, it's very easy to say don't be sad, do what you're told, show up for work every day, but we're humans.
Yeah. Mm.
We're not like unidimensional beings. We're multidimensional beings. We wear a lot of hats every day. um, In many cases, immigrants came with past trauma from home,
Yeah.
from back home. In many cases, they didn't want to leave home; they have to.
Yes.
So that level of empathy and that level of I know what you're feeling,
Mm-hmm.
not because necessarily I have the same experience,
Mm-hmm.
identical experience, but I've been there. So I know how it feels to start from scratch. I know how it feels to just come here to with just what you're wearing and
Mm-hmm.
that's it. Or having to stay with family for a while.
Yeah.
Or being sick and still have to go to work uh, because you need to put food on the table. In
Mm.
fact, that all that lived experience it gives us inside knowledge to make our grant proposals more comprehensive,
Mm.
more human,
Yeah.
to let our funders understand that sometimes people don't have jobs not because they don't want to or they don't have careers in the traditional way that we
Yeah.
see it,
Yeah.
not because they don't want to, not because they are not smart enough or they're broken. It's just because they're dealing with too much at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah.
And we need to start small and
Yeah.
slow
Yeah.
and give them time. So I feel like that was what makes CAPI unique. Uh, that no matter who of us you talk with, we're gonna have deep respect, solidarity, and love for our participants. We understand them, we respect them. We're not here to fix them because they're
Mm.
not broken.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
dealing with the circumstances that life threw at them. And we're
Yes.
not gonna be one more problem for them to solve. And I think
Okay.
that's what makes CAPI unique and our leadership unique.
Okay. Okay. Then I mean, it's like in a line then, right? You guys see yourself, through like you see yourself with the like the program participant you serve. You see yourself like through them, basically. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, and they are the experts on their lives. They know what happened in their lives that led them to be what they are now.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're here not to make decisions for them,
Mm-hmm.
not to choose what's best. We're here to lay out information on
Mm.
every area and help them to make those informed decisions. What makes sense for them? This
Mm-hmm.
is not the same for someone that is single in their 20s and just got here. That
Yeah.
for someone that has been here for decades, they already put their kids through school and college, and now they're like, okay, what I'm gonna do with my life? What I'm gonna do with my retirement? I'm getting closer to 50, and I don't have savings. So it's
Yeah.
going to be very different from one participant to the other.
Okay.
For us, they are the owners of their process.
Okay.
We're just a vehicle to provide information and help them to make informed decisions.
I mean, yeah, definitely right. Many nonprofit organizations, right, kind of seem to just provide services. But what I'm hearing from you or what I've read about CAPI, I mean, you guys seems to like build trust and belonging. I mean, what makes your approach, I mean, to really stand out and different from other nonprofit organizations?
Yeah, it's different in the sense that we it started with respect
Mm.
and it started with acknowledgement.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even need to understand where you're living. I just have to acknowledge and respect it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a starting point for us. And I think that's what make us and our approach so unique. And the other thing is like we see you as a whole. It's not
Mm.
just you, but if it's you and you have a partner that lives with you and you have kids, we try to figure out how to connect all of you to our program. So we have in the Hispanic community, it's very common this multi-generational families.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we have families that the grandma comes to enroll in our savings program. The dad comes to get training because they want to raise, they want a better job.
Yeah.
and the kid come because they are going to about to start college and they want to know how to build credit from scratch, and do it well
Yeah.
without getting into debt. So we have multi-generational families coming to get service with us, and there is something available for everyone.
Okay. Okay. I mean, in 2003, in 2023, right, there was a big news in Minnesota, right? I mean, CAPI received a transformational grant from, McKinsey Bezos, right? Like, how did that news, how did you guys as employees, when that news broke, how did the organization, how did like the employees handle that news?
Well, it was crazy for us because we applied for that a year before.
Oh, really? Really?
So
Okay.
we were waiting for a year
Okay.
since the moment that we submit our application to the moment that we got the letter. So
Okay.
by the time we got the letter, we were like, no, it's been too long. We didn't get it. It's okay. We'll keep seeking other funding sources.
Yeah.
So when our CEO got the email, we were like, are you sure? It's been it's been a long time. So it was a game changing opportunity for us.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
secured our operations. It has strengthened our budget, and it helped us to move forward with our current building expansion. In the
Okay. Oh.
sense that without that workload of secure operational funds,
Mm-hmm.
um, we have mental space to dedicate to our capital campaign. Just to
Mm.
put our you and your community in context, many government grants are focused on your program
Okay.
and the cost of your program, but
Okay.
then they cover only 10% of your admin expenses,
Okay.
occupation, electricity, IT. Um, they don't like to pay for those. They want to pay just for the person that is running the program facing the participant. So
Okay.
that puts a huge burden on nonprofit, not just CAPIT, but nonprofits in general, because
For
then
sure.
we have to fundraise to cover that admin cost that is not
Yeah.
covered by our contracts. So
Sure.
having the opportunity to get a grant that huge from Mackenzie Scott, it changed the picture for us. It gave us financial strength, and having those gaps covered on the admin costs, it opened the opportunity for our organization to focus on our capital campaign and being able
Mm-hmm.
to move forward with our building expansion.
Okay.
So our
Okay.
building expansion, it will cost $12 million
Wow.
from a ton of different funding
Sure.
streams,
Sure.
uh, including city and state funding, private funding through tax market credit, and a ton of different things compiling to get that amount.
Yeah.
So that Mackenzie Scott grant allowed us to level up
Okay.
and grow our organization.
Okay. What was the visibility? I mean, did they put like Cappy in a spotlight? I mean, like a free marketing? Like, I mean, how has been the visibility? Did they allow you guys to just maybe like go to another level? Because like there was a huge publicity around that. It was a huge news locally. I mean, it's like how will you describe growth? In terms of your finances, or even like like how known you are in the community.
Yeah, I will say exponential. It's the perfect word to define it.
Yeah.
Uh, there's something you mentioned at the beginning, that how people get to know about CAPI.
Yeah.
And if you are Asian living in Minnesota, you know about CAPI.
Got it.
That's
Got it.
no
Okay.
doubt of that. But
Okay.
then with other communities, this particular grant and all the spotlight that we got from it helped us to reach other communities. So
Mm.
now we have a growing community of Somali, Latino, West African, Afghans that come to CAPI because they learn about this nonprofit that helps immigrants, because they saw it. They saw us in the news
Mm.
as the recipient of this money.
Yeah, yeah,
So it gave us a lot of visibility on the sense, but it was not just in the sense that, oh, they got this money. It's like they have been doing this work
yeah,
so well for the past 40 years. You
yeah.
need to learn about them. You need to collaborate more with them.
Okay.
So it brought us collaboration, new partners, new founders, um, and the opportunity to showcase what we do and
Mm-hmm.
how much we do with so little,
Yeah.
and prove that if you support a cause like this, you'll be creating a huge impact in the community.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. That's good. With for folks, I mean, for folks who have been listening to us, right? I know we've been saying CAPI, CAPI. What does CAPI mean?
CAPI means right now we just rebrand
Oh,
our,
okay.
uh,
Rebrand. Okay.
yes. So it
Okay.
means Community Advancing Prosperities for Immigrants.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's good. What was it first, though? I mean, before the rebranding, what was it first?
When it started, it was Center for Asian Pacific Islanders. And
Got it.
then when we decided to open the doors for everyone, it was just
Mhm.
CAPI USA and like no meaning. And
Okay.
after a lot of intentional work, we decided that CAPI needed to mean something, because we got this question a lot, like what CAPI means. And we're like, well, it's just CAPI. It's a name. I was like, well, what CAPI means for us. So we came up with this new branding, and it means Communities Advancing Prosperities for Immigrants.
Mhm.
Prosperity for Immigrants.
Yeah. Getting back to the grant from McKinsey's card, right? What message will you share with other organizations, right? Other community organizations about navigating opportunities, and preparing for growth, right? Once you are given such an opportunity, what message will you have? I mean, we have a lot of, especially in the immigrant community, right? There are a lot of nonprofits organizations. What message will you have for other nonprofit organizations?
I would say when you are putting together a proposal, no matter if it's small or it's huge, first of all, read the questions,
Okay.
and then read the question again. And the what makes a proposal good is you're actually answering what they're asking from you. They want to know, they want to get to know you,
Okay.
what you do, and how you do it.
Hmm.
And the thing is, we're so invested in what we do that for us, just with a short sentence, we know it, we get it. But this
Hmm.
when but when you are submitting a proposal, these people that maybe have never ever heard about you or your work.
Yeah.
So read the questions, and also my recommendation would be have someone to proofread your proposal that knows nothing about your work.
Got it. Wow. Okay.
It's someone that is completely out of the nonprofit world,
Okay. Okay.
can read your proposal and understand who you are, what you do, how you do it, and
Hmm.
what's the impact you're going to generate by reading your proposal.
Hmm.
Anyone can read it. The thing
Got it.
is, like we prepare proposals from uh, love for what we do.
Yes. Yes.
Viewers
Yes.
are not going to read your proposal from that same lenses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Proposals are very competitive. So that will be my two recommendations. Read
Hmm.
the questions and have someone completely out of the industry reading your proposal and
Got
giving
it.
you feedback.
Got it. Got it. Got it. That's great. I mean, that's two great advice right there. The other thing though, right? I mean, we live in an environment right now. Federal funding has been cut. There's not much enough. You don't have a lot of federal grants. How are you guys, navigating the cost of federal grants? What sources are you, trying to, I mean, go after, with limited federal funding currently going on right now?
Well, for some reason, CAPI has not gotten federal funding.
Oh wow! In the
the
40
past
years,
years.
you have been
Um,
around.
yeah, we have had federal funding for refugee resettlement programs here and there,
Okay.
but has not been the biggest funding source for
Oh,
us
got it. Got it.
historically.
Okay. Okay.
Currently, we have just two federal grants. Fortunately, they're still good, like paying us,
Mm-hmm.
reimbursing us, working
Mm-hmm.
like business as usual. We'll see
Mm-hmm.
now with the government shutdown if they will keep working normal or no. It will depend on the office specifically who's managing those.
Mm-hmm.
But our funding sources are more on the state and city level. So we have state of Minnesota through different offices like Minnesota Housing, through the Department of Employment and Economic Development. Then city of Minneapolis is a huge funder for us. City of Brooklyn Park, city of Brooklyn Center. And then foundations have been key for us to keep doing the work that we do. Um, with the nonprofit world, we always have to navigate uncertainty.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
matter who's in the office, there's always this uncertainty. All the grants are competitive, so you're always competing for funding
Mm-hmm.
with everyone else that's doing similar job. So that
Mm-hmm.
part is it's not new,
Mm-hmm.
and it has to prepare us for situations like this one this year.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to acknowledge that this year has leveled up the needs for funding for
Okay.
all our funding sources. So we're starting exploring individual donors, other foundations that we haven't maybe connected in the past,
Yeah.
um, doing more social media and reaching out to a bigger community to show them what we do and how we do it.
Yeah.
Uh, there is a lot of polarization with immigrants right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a side that don't want to know anything about immigrants, no matter how their legal situation is
Yeah.
or their
Yeah.
immigrant status, they don't want to know about anything. And
Mm-hmm.
there's a whole new other part of the community that wants to help the most that they can
Mm-hmm.
because they know that this side wants to kind of erase us.
Yeah.
So it's a I don't want to use the word balance, but it's a juggling
Yeah.
between those. Um, I think nonprofits, as an economist, I think nonprofits are gonna feel the effects of these narratives and
Mm.
changes next
Okay.
year.
Wow. Okay.
Next year, when is when we're gonna feel more the impact and the competition among nonprofits.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I will say if there's any small nonprofit listening right now, you need to start strategizing and to start getting your mission and vision out,
Mm.
getting out in the community. Just because the competition to get grants next year, no matter if the founder is government or private, uh, competition is going to be harder.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you brought up a good point, right? I mean, the other thing, there's negative energy, negative stuff towards immigrants, but then the whole DEI stuff, right? You being specifically focused, mainly focused on immigrants. I know you say you serve, U.S. born, but your main focus is immigrants. How are you dealing with the issue of even like maybe trying to approach funders, right? DEI has become like a like a toxic war, but that's the kind of a space you are
Yeah.
in. How you how you guys, I mean, how is Cappy navigating that?
Yeah, we didn't change our language. We
Okay.
didn't sugarcoat what we do.
Okay.
We are communities advancing prosperity for immigrants. That's
Wow.
our main focus.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I know that many organizations are trying to um, decrease or change the
Yeah.
language around uh, DEI and diverse communities. And even though they keep offering the service for these communities, they don't have it
Mm-hmm.
in writing on any place, or
Sure.
like the opposite. This is what we do, and this is who we are, and
Okay.
who and what we're gonna keep doing.
Okay.
Um, I don't know if we're brave or crazy. People
Right.
are, you
Yeah.
can have
Yeah.
different perspectives.
Sure.
I will say that for us, it's important that immigrants know that they're not alone. We're in this together. Uh, we don't know how it's going to end,
Yeah.
how things are going to keep unfolding. Our work is to keep being here and keep trying. Um, and yeah, we're not gonna stop. We're not planning to stop or change who we are to keep
Mm.
being able to do what we do. Um, we acknowledge that it's happening,
Yeah.
and it's it's part of the context, the historical context we're living right now. Um, but we're not gonna change. I cannot change that I'm an immigrant, that I'm
Mm-hmm.
Hispanic,
Mm-hmm.
that I speak with an accent. Uh, I'm here, and I'm willing to do the job if they let me to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Outside of CAPI and out of the good work you do for CAPI, what else do you what do you do outside of what do you do for fun outside of work? Outside of all of the good work you do for CAPI, what do you do for fun?
Well, I'm a mom. I have an 11 years old boy, and I'm a sport mom. I never practiced any sport, but my son does karate, hockey, and swimming.
Okay.
So my little free time, I use it driving my son back and forth from
Okay.
different sports every day.
Okay.
Um, I discover a passion here that's I volunteer.
Sure.
I volunteer in my country. Volunteerism is for rich people
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
doing small things here and there.
Yeah.
Here, volunteerism looks different. It's more
Yeah.
hands-on. So I
Got it.
volunteer at my son's school. I volunteer at my local church, and I like to volunteer on like simple tasks that I don't
Mm.
have to think, like very routinary things
Sure. Sure. Sure.
that help me decompress and disconnect from the work that I do. That
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
intensively decision making.
Mm-hmm.
So in my free time, you can see me at my son's school, cutting paper and pasting things on
Mm-hmm.
the doors or decorating or things that they tell me what to do, and I just go and do it. And that's something that I discover here, that I like to help and
Okay.
being part of the community. It's very important for me. We don't have family here, so it's like three of us, my husband, my son, and I, most of the times. So having that feeling that I belong and I can contribute is
Mm-hmm.
where I
Yeah.
try to focus my free time. And then
Okay.
cooking.
That's good.
Venezuelan food is amazing. Um, and even though there are more Venezuelan restaurants in the Twin Cities right now, um, when I cook at home, I feel it closer to my mom's and my grandma's
Sure.
food, and that flavor is like it hits different. So I cook
Yeah.
a lot too.
Okay. 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 That's good. That's good. Well, this has been a great conversation, right? It's a 1 hour show. Who can keep dragging it here, but it's been a great, entertaining conversation, right? As we wrap up here, what does the future hold for Cappy? 5 years from now, where do you see Cappy, right? 10 years from now, 5 years from now, where do you see Cappy?
I see CAPI having our own CDFI. I want us to become a local community bank
Oh,
and having our own products, our
wow.
own financial products. So right now we have a savings program, a credit builder program, But in the future, I want us to grow more on that area so that
Okay.
people can have uh, affordable loans through
Sure, sure, sure.
us.
Yeah.
Um, as part of our building expansion, we want to have a in-house childcare center
Wow, man, you guys want to do everything.
and other program that will also planning 5 years from now. It's a greenhouse and a community garden,
Whoa. Okay.
so that our community can come and use our plots and have their grow their produce there, but also sell that produce to us for our food shelf.
Got it. Oh wow.
So
Okay.
like a full circle on
Yeah.
food security and stability. So
Mm.
those are the three areas where I see CAPI growing, um, having our own financial products for our communities, having our childcare center, and our community garden and greenhouse, so we can ensure food security for our participants.
Man, the future looks very bright and looks great for Cappy. Definitely, definitely. Lastly, then, what do you hope as economic empowerment director? What do you hope your legacy to be? After maybe like when folks look back, right? Maybe 50 years from now, 10 years from now, and 15 years from now, right? What do you hope your legacy, would be at Cappy?
Uh, you know, I think my legacy is my team,
Mm.
the team that I'm building. I tell every single person in my team that I want you to be ready that if I have to go, you can take over this role.
Yeah, yeah.
And no matter what role they are right now, uh, I want them to remember me as someone that came to this country with nothing,
Mm.
no language, no friends, no money, no connections, and was able to find a new passion
Wow.
and use those and use her talents to build
Hmm.
something, not just
Yeah,
for her,
yeah.
but for everyone who worked with her.
Wow.
Um, so that's why I feel like I want them to remember me as someone that was always willing to share knowledge,
Mm.
always considering knowledge as a both way uh, highway. Like I
Yeah,
learn from you, you learn from me, and we enrich this relationship together.
sure.
Um, and as someone that never gave up,
Yeah, yeah.
even when times were hard
Mm.
and sad and
Mm.
gloomy,
Mm.
um, someone that still keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, man, that's very inspiring, right? Thank you so much for that. I mean, it's been good having you here. Thanks so much for accepting our invitation. Hopefully, man, once you get maybe your CDF, your child care center, and your community garden, we can bring you guys back here because you guys are doing some good work for the community. So thank you so much. Any last word for our audience who have been listening to you for the last 1 hour?
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you for opening your space for us to share what we do.
Mhm.
And for your listeners and the community, you are not alone.
Mhm.
You're not the things that happen to you.
Mhm.
You are what you do with those things and how what you learn from those experiences.
Yeah.
Uh, anyone who wants to come and get services at CAPI, they're more than welcome. Um, we have a wonderful team that speaks more than 16 languages. So
Wow.
chances are, we're an
Yeah.
immigrant and English is not your first language, we'll still have someone to connect with you and your home language.
Okay, okay. Well, Patricia, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been a great conversation. Folks, that concludes the end of our show tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, and you all have a good night. Thank you, Patricia.
Thank you. Have a good night.